tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was a really exciting match, a real back and forth affair with lots of chances in the first half for both teams. I thought it was pretty even. We had a couple opportunities. They did as well. Kind of half chances. And then obviously, we felt good going into half. Second half, we conceded the goal to Walker, and then played a really really good half. We were in clean 3 times. Donnie was in at the end. Franco was in. I couldn't be disappointed in the performance. We had most of the ball. There's some. I mean, the job Tevin Shaw did on winning the ball back and Burke failing. I mean, the work in the central midfield from them. Considering the wet conditions, how good, clean we were on the ball overall late in the game after having a game on Wednesday. I'm just extremely disappointed for the team. I thought it was a much better performance than in Northern Colorado. We carried the game. We had more of the ball. Again, Greenville realized we were getting behind them in the first half, so they dropped a bit deeper. So that gave us. But again, we were able to break through those lines through crosses and in half spaces. Tarn was in. Just the quality of the final shot, the final ball. We had a really dangerous free kick opportunity, and but Christensen stood up big in 2 occasions. And I'm not really going to sit here and tell you that we didn't play well. I thought we played pretty well, but I think it's really just indicative of the season. You're going to go, this is the 30th 1-goal point that we didn't come away with any points. It's a 1-0 shutout at home. We haven't won at home. These are all objective facts. But if you're going to tell me that that's a top team in the league and we're not as good as them, it's hard for me to swallow where we are on the table. I don't know what more I can do. We've moved some guys around. We've given guys opportunities. We've looked at it, and there's been enough good soccer there. But I mean, the ball just can't. We just don't get that moment where, like Omaha, their goalkeeper kicks the ball and it bounces over someone's head. Where's our big error from the other team? Where's our golden moment? It's a good finish by Walker and not much else from them in the second half. And they sat and they made it stand up. And we did that in Northern Colorado. So full credit to Jon and his team. But, it just hurts. It's just really painful for the guys. I know they feel, they were pushing to the last minute. We had the chance in the injury time to do the business. And we're just finding a way to not get points. And that's continued. And I don't really have a better explanation for it. It's not a lack of effort. It's not a lack of moments. It's a lack of quality in the final third. The reality is, Charlie Matchell did a great job of holding the ball up. He had a clean chance in the first half. But we've gotten 2 goals from our 9s. 2 goals from Gio. We sent the other guy away. He had 2 goals, only 1 in league. Charlie's up there. Donnie is really an outside back. He would have had his 4th goal here and making him the leader. Our 10 is our leading scorer. We're not getting production from the central forward position, and we play with a singular forward. We tried to at the end there. That may be where we need to go to. I mean, the reality is that's the difference. If we have a 7-goal forward, we're in the playoffs right now. So there's really not much more for me to say. Those guys are working hard at that position, but we're not getting it done. And, I'll take as much responsibility for that as I can. But players win games, and they know that, and they're working hard to do that. And there's no lack of effort or commitment or desire in those moments. And you can see that by the duels won. And the statistics that we didn't sit back and get beat by Greenville. We threw every punch we had at them. And, full credit to John Harkes. There's a reason they're at the top of the table. They can take those punches, and they found a way tonight. And that was good for them, but not good for us.
Open up questions immediately. Start with Ted.
You guys did have a majority. I think when I checked the stats, it was like 63% possession or something like that. But I don't think you earned a corner kick until in the second half. So, what does that indicate? And
yeah, there's a couple factors there. Again, you're carrying your second game. So Donnie's on his second game. So the number of runs he can make, they have to be timed pretty well. Tyler Allen is our starting right back. And those are the spaces he gets into. He creates a ton of corner kicks for us, and by him stretching that way also forces the team all the way to that side and lets us go to the weak side. I think, to be fair, they did a really good job of getting blocks in. I thought we actually penetrated in those areas. I think it was pretty good defending and pretty good blocking on them. I thought we had penetration tonight. I didn't think it was just side-to-side possession. I thought it was really inside possession, and I thought Burke and Louis threatened, and I thought Charlie held the ball up well, and I thought, there were some good, really good interplay moments. But yeah, we take a lot of pride in our set pieces, and we have not scored in a bit on them, and I think that's something that's frustrated us. But again, Greenville's a very good defensive team. Other than Omaha and their 2 5-goal aberration games, they've conceded almost nothing this year. And Christensen stood up big, and they have a veteran back four, and adding Waldeck as a top player, and they're just very solid and steady in those final blocking moments. But we had our chances to score 3 goals tonight. I think we were going to feel real when we look back at the video. We're going to feel hard about it. But yeah, certainly we want to generate those corners, and that's maybe a suggestion why we didn't do as many.
Nate?
Yeah, so obviously not the first time you guys have had to play on a short week before, but what kind of difference do you feel that makes, if you feel there is any difference that it makes?
Well, I mean, I think for us, we made a couple of changes to the starting rotation. I think that again, when you have a result like that and you're really good defensively somewhere, and if you can run those guys back out and they're pretty good. Obviously, Kinzer had to come off, which is okay, and we knew we were going to use Jake at some point. And maybe move Donnie up. I mean, if we were winning, we could have straight swapped Jake for Donnie. That would have been, really enough. But again, when you're where we are in the table, you've got to put the guys you trust in the best 11 you can put out there, because you need 3 points every time out. So we know we needed a 6-point week overall to really start to give ourselves a chance in the last 11 games or so. And again, it's a 3-point week, which on a normal week would be fine. You win at home, you lose on the road, okay, but we're very far back. So, I mean, I guess what I would say is squad rotation is there, but we pulled some guys earlier in the Northern Colorado game. Some of those guys didn't have to go 90. Some of them went 60. Joel was just getting back, so it's hard for him to go the full 90. And Burke, came on as a substitute, and he's a player who can go 90. I could see he must have ran 12,000 meters tonight. He was really dynamic on the ball and really hard in the work rate. But I don't think the guys would say it's the legs. I mean, you can ask Charlie certainly when you ask him, but obviously Charlie put in 2 shifts, and we knew we'd probably bring him off at the end, bring Gio up and Donnie up if we needed a goal.
And then we'll finish up with James.
What does it say about the club to be able to play Greenville so close each time? Is it your guys' quality, or are you guys playing up to them or something?
Well, I think since I've been here, we've done well against Greenville. We had a result at home. We were there up 3-1 last year, and then we also earlier this year again, Coutinho's. It felt very similar, Coutinho's goal. We got the equalizer in that game, Donnie late, but it was a very similar. I thought we were better this game, overall in possession, in our movement. But yeah, I mean, again, I thought Kalen did an excellent job filling in at right back, but he doesn't give you the dynamic attacking piece that Tyler does. And Moss had just played, and our captain's our captain. You want to get him on the field for his leadership and his aerial ability. But yeah, I mean, Again, I will tell you that this is a good team. I will tell you that we're in last place, and that's deserved in the way because we haven't finished. But again, we're talking about a team that, statistically since that Richmond game, we've been in every game. We've been close in every game. We've been up in those games. We've been looking like, and it's heartbreaking for these fans because they come out here and they're not entertained. We don't look like we're getting our asses beat. We don't look like a team that's folding up the tent or that's gonna quit in those moments. But they give us such energy. They've been so amazing, and the guys just really appreciate it. And they're doing everything they can to make it happen. But yeah, I think we're as good as Greenville. I don't really give a shit where we sit in the table. We are as good as Greenville, but we're not because we are where we are. Because if we were, we would have gotten the results they are. But if you're telling me we couldn't play them in a one-off and it's a 50-50, I'm telling you it's a 50-50 for me.
Jon, thank you for your time.
Thank you.